Hi folks, Max from HighOnAndroid.com, where we get on Android every day. So I finally got my hands on OnePlus One. Let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy and find out if it's worth waiting for an invite. So let's go ahead and do this, baby. Alright, let's go ahead and unbox the OnePlus One. I've got the Sandstone Black 64 gigabytes. OnePlus One comes with USB cable, SIM ejection tool. SIM ejection tool. I thought that was a typo. And also I've got a charger, the US charger. So they do ship it in two different boxes, so they don't have to change out the charger whenever they're shipping out to different countries. Let's go ahead and put this aside and go ahead and open the box here. Alright, so let me go ahead and pull the box. Oh my god, it's stuck. Come on! Give me my phone! Ah! Alright. Whew! There we go. We got the box open here. And the phone here. Alright. Let me just pop it out here real quick. Alright. And take this out. And here is the OnePlus One, the phone you need an invite to get one. You can't even buy one if you had $1 million. So let's go ahead and actually take a look at the phone here. As you can see, you got the CyanogenMod logo there, and also OnePlus Net, assembled in China, designed by OnePlus. Alright, looking very good. Also, let's take a look at the camera here. This is actually a 13 megapixel Sony camera. Alright, and this matte finish, let me give you the field test real quick. Man, this thing is huge. It looks really huge. And let me go ahead and compare it to my Note 3 right here I've got. And here we go. It is actually slightly taller than my Note 3, a lot narrower. So, you know, even though it looks big, it's actually, you know, slimmer than the Note 3. But I really like the feel, and the matte back finish is really nice. This is, you know, feels very soft, sort of like a light sandpaper in a good way. Also, there is a microphone there, and let me go ahead and adjust the camera here for you. And we've got another microphone there, your headphone jack, also the power buttons right there, and also the speakers are on the bottom. One thing I like about having speakers on the bottom after using my Note 3 for a while, the good thing is that if you put it in your pocket with the speaker facing up, you'll be able to hear the sound better as the sound waves travel up. So in this case, I give them 5 stars for doing that. And of course, as a USB 2.0 versus USB 3.0 on the Note 3. And other than that, it is a very simple phone. I really like the design, and you can see a nice curve here. And let me go ahead and compare that to my G3 here. And it feels actually awfully close to my G3, but a lot softer, slightly I think it is wider and taller. So it is a bigger phone than the LG G3, but it doesn't feel too big. Now, if you like to use the LG G3 or the Note 3, you're going to love this phone the way it feels. Obviously, if you use a smaller phone like the Galaxy S5 or the Nexus 5, this is going to feel huge to your hands. Now, I'm 5'9", average hands, but I like big phones, and you know, once you go big, you can't go back. All right, let's see what else is in the box here. You got a nice rope USB cable here. I really love this design. I really dig it. This rope design makes it so you know, you don't get tangled as often, and also these things don't break as often, I think. I have one from my Google Glass that's sort of like this. So kudos to OnePlus One for putting a lot of effort into actually making good USB cables. You know, detailed to attention, very good stuff. And also you got the SIM tool here. All right, let me go ahead and insert my SIM on my phone real quick, and I'll be back. Oh, I forgot to open the adapter box. Obviously, this is a US adapter. And the adapter looks very nice too. Take a look here real quick. It's 2 amp, 5 volts, 2 amps. Very good stuff. Very powerful adapter. A very nice design. I really like how they actually spent some money on the accessories, even though this is one of the cheapest phones you can buy with the best specs right now. And I think this is excellent also because, you know, I tend to lose this often, so I just leave it at home. But you can just put this on your keychain, especially if you travel. You can go ahead and swap out SIMs with your prepaid SIM cards, all that good stuff. One thing I just noticed is that you could probably cut this out and use it as a case. Or maybe if you're a case manufacturer, you can just take this molding and make a new case for it. All right, let me go ahead and power it on. And my hands are shaking. Whenever I get new phones, I kind of shake. And I drink a lot of coffee also. This phone has one of the fastest processors, just like the G3 and the S5, with the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor. For the price you pay, $349, this is one of the best deals on the market today. Now compare that to the Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 is a great phone, but obviously this came out 6 months ago and it's also $349, but for 16 gigabytes with also the older Snapdragon 800 processor. So this is a much faster phone, and my God, this display is excellent. I really like the display. Very good viewing angles. Take a look at that. So very nice stuff. Now the software on this phone runs CyanogenMod ROM. For those of you who root and install custom ROMs, you know what I'm talking about. And it is running the latest Android 4.4.2 KitKat. And since it is running CyanogenMod, you're going to be able to get updates very easily, install custom ROMs very easily, all that good stuff. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff you can do. Some of the different things with this phone over the regular CyanogenMod ROM is that it's 11S. Not just the 11. So you do get some couple more features. I think they are here under the interface. You'll be able to get gesture shortcuts. So you can draw a circle to activate camera, draw a V to toggle flashlight, also use gestures to control music. Let me go ahead and try that. So let me go ahead and draw a C, and that will activate my camera. Let's go ahead and try the flashlight, V. And that turns on my flashlight. That is bright. I really like that. All right, and it also turns off the flashlight. All right, let's take a look at the lock screen. You can go ahead and swipe down to unlock. You can also swipe to the right to get to your camera. All right, this ROM also features a new theme that's specifically designed for this phone. So slightly different from the regular CyanogenMod theme. I believe this is called the Hexo. But you'll be able to get this theme also on other phones if you're running CM11. There's actually a OnePlus One theme out there you can buy for like a couple bucks. I have it on my other phone. And yes, this phone does support 4G LTE all over. I believe it actually supports anywhere in the world. I've got it on my T-Mobile LTE working just fine. And let me go ahead and turn off my Wi-Fi to show you that I'm getting 4G LTE. Now it will say 4G, but it's actually 4G LTE. And it will probably switch to HSPA Plus when it drops from 4G LTE. All right, let's look at how smooth the UI is. It is very, very smooth. Absolutely no lag. One of the cool points about the CyanogenMod is it's very zippy, fast. And also, let's check out the keyboard real quick. I mean, everything just popping up real fast. The Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, 801 processor, I believe it's 2.7 gigahertz, and it's gonna make you work really fast, play all of those latest games super fast, so you'll not have a problem. It is the same processor found on the Galaxy S5, G3, so if you get this phone now, it's going to last you at least 2-3 years, probably 4 years with this kind of CPU on there. One of the coolest features on this phone is that it comes with hardware keys. But the way it's designed super tall is because so you can use soft keys too without affecting your display. You can go ahead and toggle this in settings and go ahead and go to buttons, and instantly I can get rid of the buttons and use the actual soft keys or the hardware keys. Now the hardware keys are very hard to see. So that's the only problem I see with it. But you know, just go ahead and use these soft keys. You know, that way you can customize it, all that good stuff. Let me go ahead and switch it back real quick. And I believe you can actually customize this in interface here. Go to buttons and layout, just like regular CM11. Very good stuff. So go ahead and hit the lock key. I can go ahead and add any buttons that I want. Well, actually I can only add search button and that menu button. But not bad stuff, because you know, you'll be able to install custom ROMs and customize the hell out of it. Compared to my LG G3, you know, this is not bad. I mean, LG G3 I think is still a better phone because of the small bezels. I mean, look how much screen versus the bezels. Versus this one, you have a lot of bezels up at the top and the bottom, but it's not a huge deal. For $349, it's a very nice design. And also compared to the Nexus 5, it's just like a, you know, bigger brother of the Nexus 5. As far as the screen goes, I think OnePlus One did a terrific job. Very good viewing angles. From the naked eye, you're not going to see too much difference between the latest flagship phones and the OnePlus One. Certainly very, very bright with the brightness turned on all the way. Another nifty feature on the OnePlus One is that you can double tap to wake your phone, and then also double tap on the status bar to turn it off. So good stuff there. Overall, the UI, I really like it. I'm used to CyanogenMod and similar AOSP ROMs. You're not going to find any bloatware with this one. Of course, it's only going to work with SIM-enabled networks such as AT&T T-Mobile in the US. And it should work anywhere in the world with a SIM-enabled network, a GSM network. All right, next let's take a look at the camera on the OnePlus One. I've got it on auto, switching pretty good. All right, one thing I notice is that when I pan, sometimes it lags slightly, but that's not a huge deal, you know, because you actually get the shots taken right away. And also some of the different modes you can do by swiping down: posterize, sepia, mono, steady photo, night, action, slow shutter, beauty mode, smart scene, HDR. There we go. Let's try the HDR real quick. And let's take a look at the photo here versus non-HDR. So looking actually pretty well, even though my hands are shaking because I just got a new phone. But you can see the background a lot better in the HDR photo. So HDR photo looking very good. Now let's check out some of the modes you can do. Obviously this is a 13 megapixel camera, so you can do 13 megapixels, quality, slow shutter speed, focus mode, ISO, all that stuff you can customize. And also for video, you can do up to 120 frames per second at 720p maximum. Also, you can do 4K recording, which is nice. I really dig that it can do 4K recording. Other than that, you can also use your shutter button to take photos. I think this is sort of important, you know, especially when you're using the back camera to take photos. Very nice stuff. All right, and I'll take a photo of myself. And I don't know how that's gonna look. Not too bad, and I have it on HDR mode. That's why it looks a little bit weird there. Let me go ahead and try another one. All right, here we go. And looking better. All right, I know some of you want to see how fast the 2.5 gigahertz on the 801 processor does in benchmarks. So let's go ahead and run Quadrant real quick. I'll fast forward this so you don't have to watch all of it. And let's do it. All right, here we go. We got the benchmark. It does 24,000. Not too bad. And I have a bunch of apps. I think it's updating in the background. So it might get better as we go along. Let me go ahead and try Antutu next here. Let's do a quick test with Antutu. All right, here we go, folks. I've got 37,241. That's not too bad. That's about on par with the Galaxy S5 and the LG G3. And thanks you guys for watching this video. As you can see, it is a very big phone in the class with the Note 3 and the LG G3. Certainly not for those of you who like small phones, but highly recommended. Probably the best deal on the planet right now with the best features. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And lastly but not least, stay on Android.